What if I told you our planet is changing faster than ever before? Melting ice, deadly heat waves, and wild weather are just the beginning. The truth about global warming will shock you, and it's happening right now. All right, get ready. Here are 50 jaw-dropping facts about global warming that'll change the way you look at our planet forever. Let's kick it off with ice meltdown madness. Greenland is losing 270 billion tons of ice every year. Next one. Antarctica's melting has tripled in the last decade. By 2100, sea levels could rise by up to 2 meters. That's like adding a human to the ocean's height. Moving on to next one. Arctic ice, declining by 13% per decade. The Arctic may be totally ice-free in summer by 2030. Some Alaskan villages are already relocating because the sea is literally swallowing them up. Next one. Iceland had to hold a funeral for a glacier that died. Rip Okjokul. Next one. The Himalayas? They're losing ice faster than any other mountain range. Melting polar ice is even slowing the Earth's rotation. Yeah, really. Glacial lakes are growing fast. They can burst and flood villages in seconds. Ready for the heat waves and temperature extremes? 2023 was the hottest year ever recorded, and 2024 is on track to beat it. Moving on to next one. Earth is warming 10 times faster than before the 1970s. The 10 hottest years ever, all since 2010. Moving on to the next one. The Persian Gulf could become uninhabitable. Heat and humidity off the charts. In 2021, Canada hit 49.6 degrees Celsius, hotter than Las Vegas. Moving on to next shocking fact. India faces over 200 days a year of extreme heat. By 2050, 1 in 3 people will live in unbearable heat. Heat waves now last 3 times longer than they did in the 1960s. Nighttime temps are rising even faster, messing with our sleep, crops, and health. Wet bulb temperatures, where your body can't cool off, are already hitting parts of South Asia. Now, extreme weather gone wild. Hurricanes are more intense, slower, and more destructive. Next one is really shocking. Australia's 2019-20 bushfires killed 3 billion animals. Germany's 2021 flash floods destroyed villages in just hours. Climate change at work. The Mediterranean, now a hotspot for tropical-like storms called medicanes. Moving on to next one. Rainfall over land has increased, but it's more concentrated. Hello, floods. Droughts are now longer and more severe across 70% of the planet. The jet stream is wobbling thanks to Arctic warming. Weather's going haywire. Wildfires are releasing record levels of CO2. Hurricane Harvey dumped 1.25 meters of rain, a world record. Some places now swing between extreme drought and floods in the same season. On to nature and wildlife in peril. Over 1 million species face extinction, Climate's the main culprit. Coral reefs? 90% are bleaching. They may vanish by 2050. Species are shifting toward the poles at 17 kilometers per decade. Bats in the Arctic, for the first time ever. Whales are changing migration patterns due to warmer seas. Birds are laying eggs earlier every year. Spring is shifting. Tick and mosquito diseases are rising as their range expands. Some fish species are literally cooking alive in shallow rivers. Butterflies, bees, and pollinators disappearing fast. Amazon trees are dying, turning the forest from a carbon sink into a carbon source. Finally, human impact and economic cost. The richest 1% produce more emissions than the poorest half of humanity. Another shocking fact. Climate change could cost us $23 trillion by 2050. Air pollution from fossil fuels kills over 8 million people every year. Warming threatens global food security. Wheat and maize yields are already falling. Moving on to next one. Oceans are now 30% more acidic than before the industrial age. Low-lying nations like the Maldives? They might vanish this century, coming up next. CO2 levels are at their highest in 3 million years. Oceans absorb 90% of excess heat, causing marine die-offs everywhere. Climate anxiety is a real thing and it's on the rise. Even if we stopped all emissions today, warming would still continue for decades. Which fact blew your mind the most? Tell me in the comments. If you learned something new, hit like and share this with your friends. We will need to do whatever is possible from our end to stop or mitigate global warming. Example. Start with saving energy at home. Much of our electricity and heat are powered by coal, oil, and gas. Let's spread the knowledge. Stay curious, stay aware, and don't forget to subscribe for more mind-blowing facts every week.